Hello from ChinNature.com. This is Mark Josie. Today we're going to be cooking fried rice again, and this time the fried rice I'm going to cook it a little bit exotic and a little bit different from the one I did before. The one I did before is mainly very simple and for like easiest cooking style, so it's like bacon, egg, fried rice. Okay, so that's very simple. Today we're going to try something different. Let's take a look at our ingredients. So okay, I'm going to set you guys right here so you can see my this is my cutting place. Okay, so we already got the rice cooked, and I'm not going to like spend time to go over the rice cooking again, so you can watch my other videos about rice cooking. And we already talked about like what kind of rice is the best, right? So you can use I suggest, like personally I like Korean rice, Japanese rice, that kind of rice. It tastes better. So of course the first thing we want to do is bring out the very good ingredient tonight. So here we go. The first ingredient we're going to use is bacon. These are pre-cut bacon strips, just like the bacon we had before. Okay, so we've got some bacon here. And tonight we're going to use tofu. In Cantonese, this is actually not to, it's dao. Tofu. Okay, so it's called tofu. And tofu is usually in two types. One is the firm, one is the soft type. Okay, this one is the firm one. You see the firm right here. Okay, tonight we're going to use the soft one that I just opened. And just that, if you guys don't know, if you open up the tofu or tofu, you don't have to eat them all. Here we go. You see, you got a Ziploc box, and then you put the tofu inside, and then remember, cold tap water. Okay, fill this up with cold tap water so it's like all there, and then it will be good to eat for quite a while. So like I mean a few days or a week. Okay, so remember to change the water every day to make sure it's fresh. So we're gonna use that. And one more very exotic kind of thing for some people is the chicken heart. Chicken heart, they are very cheap. Usually you see right here in Canada we get this from a Korean supermarket. It's $261 only, and it's a big box of chicken heart. Okay, so it's very cheap ingredients. Okay guys, so these are the chicken heart I already opened up, and they look like this. They're actually quite big. If you I'm going to use all of them, so I don't mind actually picking some out to let you see. They're quite big. Okay, of course it's not as big as your heart, but you know, they're chicken, right? So so okay, so we'll be having heart, bacon, tofu, and of course most important, eggs. Yeah, eggs. And besides that, one more ingredient tonight is I'm going to use a bit of fish cake here. These are stuff that I just got left over. They're fish cakes. You don't need them, but they're tasty as well. Okay, so I'll use these as well. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is we want to prepare the ingredients. And first thing we have to, since I'm going to use up all the hearts, I'm going to cut them and also cut some bacon. So let's cut the bacon first. First, as you can see, our bacons are already cut into small pieces, but I want it a little bit smaller for this one. Okay, so let me see how much bacon I need tonight. And so I'm going to cook 2 meals for 2 person today. Right? So it's a bit of like a kind of more meat than you will cook, but you know, it's a lot of stuff that we need to eat to keep up the energy to make good videos, right? So yeah, there we go. We got some bacon. What you need is a knife, of course. And it's always good that when you open up the bacon package, you can pre-cut them into like these size, and they're great for scrambled eggs. So I'll leave some big ones, some small ones, and so it won't be so boring. Okay, so I'll leave the bacon here, and then what's next is we need to cut the chicken heart. To cut the chicken heart, first we rinse them with water. It's so easy. You put them inside the box, and then put some water in it, cover it, and then go like that. okay? And then it's washed. It's so easy. And then now you drain them out like so. Very easy to do. Okay. So all the hearts are washed, basically rinsed, and you can eat it. Chicken heart is very, very tasty shit. Okay, you need to try this thing out. This is like, it sounds gross to the Westerner sometimes, but it's actually really good. Okay, so save this container to store the cutted hearts that we just cut. Okay, for this one, I'll cut into a few pieces. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 pieces. Let me show you here. Okay, 4 pieces. Okay, so I'll cut all of them into 4 pieces and like small bits, so it tastes better in the rice. Okay, so it's actually quite easy, and okay, so some you do 3 pieces, some you do 4. Beans in Chinese, and tofu are made of beans. Okay, so prepare cold water over there, and as you can see, I use my right hand for cutting, touching the knife, and the left hand for touching the chicken heart. So you don't want the left hand to touch the tofu. Okay, right hand. Grab a big piece of tofu. Put it here. Okay, I'm going to use this one today, and I'm going to use this one today. And then after that, okay, because the water's out, I'm going to put new tap water inside. This is very cold tap water. And then now I can put this back into the fridge. Okay, I'll use a few of these today, so not all of them. Let's take some out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, fuck it. I mean, whoops, use it all. Okay. So I'll cut them into small bits, because for fried rice you want things smaller. Okay, for tofu you cut across here, like 1 slice, turn, 1 slice, turn, like that. Okay, very easy. And then you keep cutting into smaller pieces. Very easily done. Okay. And actually for tonight's dish, I don't need the tofu to be very, very small, because during the frying and preparing process, they will be crunched up or like broken up already. Okay? So now we're done with this. Now let's go over there with the skillet, and then we'll start the cooking. Okay, let's go over there. We got a skillet. Now let's put this thing on medium to high heat, and we want this skillet to be dry. Okay, no oil is required. So all you need is the bacon and other shit that you prepared, and so yeah, that's right. So now we'll be having the stove on medium high, and then we'll break up the bacon one by one. One by one, to lay it out on the skillet, and so that it will be distributed, and the grease of the bacon will come out nicely. Okay. Just, and remember, patience is very important for cooking. Okay guys, so here we go. The bacon is sizzling and cooking by itself, and now we'll prepare another thing, which is the eggs. We are going to use 3 eggs for 2 meals today. So it's 3 eggs. Okay, so crack the eggs into a bowl. It's a very easy thing to do. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, So after that, now we'll be using chopsticks, okay? Chopsticks, or you can use a fork to beat it up. And remember that while you're beating the eggs up, okay, beat them up properly and don't go too violent. Because if you go too violent, okay, the egg don't taste good. You need to, do it gently. And also, make sure that there's bubble inside the eggs for better tasting. Okay. Now the egg is ready. We put a little bit, a pinch of salt there. A pinch of salt, okay, salt. So, very little, very little salt is already okay. Now we'll put this bowl of egg right here, just to let the stove warm it up, because I just took the egg out from the fridge. Okay. Now we flip the bacon. You flip the bacon around like this. And since you see all the grease and stuff is already doing its magic to grease up the whole skillet, so pretty good. Okay. Okay guys, so here we go. We put you on a higher angle right now so you can see the skillet more, and more tasty that way. Okay. So when you see some of the bacon are kind of turning semi-crispy, and all the sizzling is going on right here with the grease, okay, that's the time that we need to move on to another step. Okay, so don't let the bacon go too crispy. Okay. Right now we want to use the tofu, the tofu. You just grab the tofu with your hand. Okay, cook like a man. Use your hand. Grab some tofu. Okay, Cantonese tofu, and then put it here like this. It doesn't matter if you're too violent with this thing, because you want it to break up anyway. And the good thing is tofu have a lot of water in there. Okay? So it's a lot of moisture for the fried rice here right now. And also it will soak up some of the oil that is on here, the grease. Use your chopstick to help you break things apart. Okay? You don't need the tofu to be in large cubes, so you can just break it up like this. We did this on purpose to break it up here and not to cut all the tofu into small pieces. Why? Because while you're doing it here, it actually helps the tofu to stir and mix with the grease as you break them up. And so it's like one process, you do two things. And you don't need to pre-cut it and then stir, right? So anyway, as you can see, now we're doing a stir fry method. Okay, stir and fry. And now you can turn the heat up a little bit, not too high, but a little bit, so that the grease is going to fry the tofu a bit. And leave them there frying for a while. Break up the tofu as much as possible, but not too crazily. Okay. Now you see, ooh, okay. Trying to show you the situation here. And now, since you put the tofu inside, you might as well want to put these fish cake inside. And here we'll cut it smaller, just by a little bit. We'll take a little knife and we'll cut this a little bit smaller so that it's easier to fry. And since we are doing the tofu over there, we have a lot of time to do this little cutting right now. We don't need to do it before. Okay. So just want to make it very small. Okay, so yeah, the tricks to cook well is also about time management. You need to know when you will have a lot of time to wait, and then you leave those process, these kind of process, to be done right now and not all done before, so that you can make use of time efficiently. Okay, now we stir fry the tofu a bit, and also the bacon. Okay, and weird enough, there's no word for bacon in Chinese, so I don't know why. Well, we call this pork meat only, 猪肉. Okay, pork. But there's no specific word for bacon. That's weird. Anyway, so we grab the fish cakes, put them in, Very easy. Cook like a man, use your hand. Come on. Okay, good. Anyway, if you cook like a woman, you can also use your hand. So, yeah. And you know what? If people tell you like, oh, a man doesn't cook, oh, that's wrong. Look at like all the chefs right now. I think a lot of men cook. And if you're a man and you don't cook, how can you feed your wife? So you need to cook. Even feeding yourself, right? If you don't eat properly with good nutrition stuff, you're not going to function properly during the day. So eat better, right? And here I'm going to like also say that, okay, because we are cooking fried rice, you want to cook a lot, like not a lot, but like 2 meals or so that the portion is big and you can save up the fried rice for future meals. So like if you cook right now, you cook 2 meals, you can save like 2 boxes for later on. So maybe snack, maybe next meal. If you don't feel like cooking, you can eat this. Okay, so now it's, wow, this is like beautiful. Look at that. This is like painting. I mean, lack of words, but okay, so it's sizzling and cooking really, really nicely with the bacon grease, and you can also see the tofu is mixing in with the grease as well. So now let me bring you here to take a look. Okay, guys, you see this is the dish, and it's really like you can see the sizzling going on, but the grease and the oil is actually being absorbed by the tofu as well. Really cool, eh? And those grease are like precious stuff. Okay, now let's move on. Okay guys, so now we're back here, and it's almost time to finish the dish. Very easy. Now what we need to do, okay, stir fry a bit, and it's all ready now. Okay, very nice. And keep in mind that bacon itself is salty. You don't need a lot of salt for this dish. Pot of rice. This kind of paddle with the little dots here, the texture, they prevent the rice from sticking together. Okay, take out this thing. Okay, now you see our bacon and all that shit is all over the place. We need to shove it to one side. Okay, shove this to one side, to the outside of the handle, like the opposite side of the handle. Okay, shove it over. Okay. Great. Now you see all the grease underneath and also right here. Good. Okay. Now we reserve half of the skillet for the rice to come in. Okay. Turn the heat to medium, and we'll be scooping rice over. Woo! The oil is bouncing. Okay. So take this thing, go like that. Tilt over here so all the grease is right here, okay? I know you can't see it, but I'll demonstrate right here. See, here, you tilt, and then you can see all the oil and grease is coming down, right? Good. Okay, now you need all that oil to fry your rice. So you put the rice over the oil or the grease to soak it up. Bacon, bacon. Yeah, bacon, bacon. Okay, so here you go, all the rice right here, the rice and the grease. Okay, now when you fill up that space with rice, all the grease is probably soaked up already, which is very nice. And then we keep piling up on top. Okay, keep scooping up the rice, and make sure that you do this cleanly so that you don't waste the rice as well. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of rice. Holy shit. A lot of rice here. Okay, my last one. As you can see, even I have a lot of rice, it doesn't matter, you can still cook even though it's steam so flooded, overflow, whatever you call that. Okay, let's take out this thing. Okay. Now we're going to cook right here, okay? So, while we have the rice here, okay, make a hole in the center, like a well, something like that. Okay, make a hole. See? Right now we have a hole in the center. Okay? and then we pour not the rice, the egg into that hole, and then all over the place. Good. Okay. Right now, take your chopstick, and we'll be stir frying. Now this process, you turn down the heat a little bit, okay? You don't want things to be too quick. And right now we need to be stirring and quickly stirring the egg and mixing the egg with all the rice as fast as possible. Okay? Make sure that you follow a nice circular cycle so that you won't be like spilling out all the rice. Okay? It may be kind of hard if you're doing it like me, because you have a lot of rice and it takes a lot of effort and skills to control it, not to spill out. So, yeah. If you cook in smaller portion, it's actually easier. But, you know, I have 2 people here and I need to cook, so that's how I do it. Okay, great. Now turn the heat to a bit lower, lower than medium. All the bacon, fish cake, and everything is already like very cooked already. Okay. Oh crap, we missed the chicken heart. Okay, so for the chicken heart, this is unexpected. We'll be opening another place to fry it. This is unexpected because I forgot about it. So here, we'll mix it in later on, no worry. Okay. Now turn the heat here to low and keep stirring. Okay. Sometimes, you know, when we make videos, we have stuff happen and you forget about it because, you know, it's intense, right? Making videos, it's not easy. So you forget about things, but don't worry. Even when you're cooking at home, you have these kind of situations, and it's not the end of the world. You can always change it. Okay, put this on high heat right now. Okay, high heat. I'm going to change the dish. Right now, this is on very low heat, just keeping it warm. And also, okay, right now we'll be putting our sugar and stuff here. So, 1 spoon of sugar, spray over the place, okay? And then we'll be using some salt as well. Salt, a little bit of salt over the place. And also some, what do you call this? Rock salt. Okay, rock salt. Okay, all over the place as well. Okay, here and there, rock salt. And then now we keep stirring while this thing is heating up, okay? It's actually very easy. You don't need to measure it, just, you know, by feeling. Toss them here, there, it'll happen. The more you cook, the better you are with judging how many salt and sugar you need to use. That's what I find out, at least. Okay. Now you don't want this fried rice to be too dry, and that's why you need to keep stirring, because or else it will stick to the bottom and everything will dry up. Okay. Right now for the chicken heart place, you put your hand here, not into the skillet of course, right here, so that you feel it's pretty good, and then you toss in all the chicken heart. Okay. Since we changed the recipe, okay, we need to use something to marinate or give it some taste. Okay. So right now it's on high heat, and just hope that it's high enough. And we'll be using soy sauce. Okay. This is the Chinese soy sauce, and it's the light soy sauce. Remember the light one and the dark ones I talked about before? The light soy sauce, they are salty but not dark in color. And the dark soy sauce, they are not so salty, but they're mostly dark for the color. Okay, so we'll be using light soy sauce. Let's put a few here. Very easy. Okay. By feeling. Feel the soy sauce. Okay. Trying to keep the ingredients very simple here, okay? And let it cook there while we stir up the fried rice a bit. Actually, you know what? Soy sauce actually works very well with fried rice as well. They really do work together. Okay. So after stirring a bit, we come back here. Cook this. Okay, guys. So here we go. We have the chicken hearts, and they are actually cooking in high heat, but it takes some time. Remember to thoroughly cook them, or else you'll get a stomach ache. So we got it cooking in some soy sauce, and that's basically all you need, plus a little bit of sugar. So we'll add the sugar later on when I put down the camera. Okay, this and flipping things over so that the hearts are thoroughly cooked, and you want them to be thoroughly cooked, of course. Okay, because you don't want these to be raw and it will taste so weird. Okay. And also we'll put some sugar. Okay. 1 spoon of sugar right here. Okay. If you do have honey at home, you can put a little bit of honey there, and it will thicken the sauce up, which is very nice. Oh, you know what? I got some honey. Let me get my honey. Okay. Hey, just a minute, guys. Okay, there we go. We got some honey. Okay. Oh, honey. Woo. Okay. Put a little bit of honey there. Let it sweeten and thicken the sauce up. Super tasty. Okay, now stir again. It's very easy. Just stir and let it heat up. And since we already used this for the raw stuff, put it here. And we'll be using the rice paddle to stir the rice a bit again, okay? Because the rice are all just sitting there doing nothing. We need to stir it so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And remember that we put tofu in here, the tofu. So right now the rice is actually not sticking together, and also very, very separated. And this is really good because now your rice will not stick to the bottom and be overcooked. Okay, very nice. Okay, good. So now you see right here, it's basically all done. Almost. Okay, just cook it for a little bit more. Flip. Okay, find some pieces that are not fully cooked. You flip them, keep cooking. You see all this steam coming up. Wow, smells really good. Especially if you have good soybean sauce, which I recommend the Lee Kam Ki brand. That one, it tastes the best. Okay. So let it cook on high heat and keep it cooking like that for a bit. Check to see if everything is thoroughly cooked first, okay? You don't want to eat a raw heart. If you do feel like it, you can pour a shot of whiskey in here. It will still taste really good. Okay, since we got the soy sauce here, we will not waste it because all the stuff, the juice of stuff inside the heart is cooked into the sauce. We'll pour this all into the fried rice and mix it. Okay, now it's done, so we'll pour it in here and mix it. Okay, let me turn off the heat. Just this hand. See right here? Pour this all in. Wow. Okay, we're done. Look at this. Now all you need to do is stir and stir and stir. Stir it up. Mix it well. Okay, shut off the stove and we're done. This is the chicken heart fried rice. And actually, you know what? That little bit of soy sauce actually add a lot of flavor to your whole pot of rice. And this is very good. Woo, look at that. Glad I didn't film the rice cooking part. It took a long time to do. It's already like 30 minutes right now, but this is tasty. Okay, now we're done. Just a little bit of mixing. And let's store this up into containers and we'll come back to the taste test screen. Hello guys, so we're back here with our setup. We have some Ziploc boxes, 4 boxes and 2 big bowls. And so Lao Josie and I will be eating 2 big bowls here, and the 4 boxes will be for you guys to take home. So you can try to grab your monitor if you like, but I doubt that will work. Anyway, we got our fried rice all prepared right here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same pan of fried rice you saw before. Okay. So we're gonna scoop up these and put them into the containers in the bowl. Okay. First, we'll do the bowl first, so make sure that we have enough for tonight. And since there's a lot of fried rice, okay, you don't want to spill them or anything, so be careful when you do it. Okay, 1 portion. Okay. That's how I usually cook for a meal, like with the fried rice stuff. I actually cook 2 meals or 3 meals and then save it up so I can save my time for cooking the next meal. And it's actually pretty good because this trick works well. Since I have to do a lot of work, I don't have the time to cook 2 meals sometimes, and I just need this kind of setup to manage the time. And it's tasty. It's really tasty. Wow. Okay. So here we go. 2 bowls of fried rice, and let's put these aside and store the other boxes up. So let's do 2 boxes first and see if it's enough. It's actually a lot of rice. You see, after I'm done, still a lot of rice here. So, yeah. Okay, there we go. 1 and 2. Okay, count. Okay, 2 scoops and then 2 scoops so that all the boxes are also evenly loaded with the fried rice. And it makes it more fair because the one who get the neither boxes, they will have the same amount of rice to eat. Okay, I think I have more than 2 boxes, maybe 3. Wow, a lot of rice there. Ooh, I'm happy about this. Okay, a little bit more for this one, and that's it. Okay, 3 boxes. My 3rd box is here. Okay, maybe enough. Should be. Okay, so my last box right here. Okay, trying to go slowly and carefully so that nothing is spilled out, and you keep the kitchen clean as you cook. Okay. Great, all done. Woo. There we go. Put this into the sink and wash it later. Box. Wow. Okay. Right now, I'll put these aside with the cover. You see, whoa. Cover just rolled down the road. Anyway, 3 covers. Don't cover them up like this. Okay? You don't cover them up right away because you don't want the hot steam to steam and circulate. So we put this aside like this. Okay, and then just put like 1 cover over the 3 just to prevent anything to fall into them like this. Partially cover them. That's all. Okay, that's all you need to do. And right now, of course, I'll grab my bowl. So there we go. We have the 2 bowls of rice, and you can eat this with spoon. You can eat this with a chopstick, whatever. So I'll try using a spoon. Okay, right here. Okay, there we go. Ta-da! Woo! Super fried rice. Let me try this one and let you know how it tastes. Okay, first, I got a scoop of just the rice and the egg. Wow! Holy cow! The taste, it's like wow. The taste, the soy sauce taste is actually showing up, and there's a sweetness there, kind of sweet, and also the egg taste is very, very strong, and the rice, the texture of the rice is a mix of some rice are kind of moisty and bouncy, some are a little bit hard, and they're not really hard, but just a little bit harder than that. And it's a mix of that. Because we actually waited a bit before we were done, so that wait time actually did contribute to it. Now let's try the bacon. Surprised. This brand of bacon is not so salty at all. But I can taste the grease get into the rice. The heart, wow. It's soy sauce taste with a bit of sweetness on top, and the heart are bouncy. They're like boing boing inside your mouth. Wow. And then the fish cake, of course, is sweet and spongy, and you can taste the contrast between the fish cake, the sponginess, and then the heart was like kind of harder texture, but they are not rough, and it's a little bit harder texture. Really cool. This blend of nutritious and tasty stuff is really good. Okay. I need to leave this for dinner later on, but right now I have to tell you that it is awesome. Really awesome. You can see that we did this dish in like 30 minutes or so, and it's not really hard, but it consumes a bit more time than usual because you are cooking 2 meals in one session, and it's worth the time. So hope you guys like it. Remember to subscribe and like, and don't forget to comment. And if you want to try this out and you need some assistance, help, tips, whatever, let me know, and I'll do whatever I can to help you out with this dish. It's really tasty. Okay, so okay, bye bye.